Hey YouTube friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to take you on my walkthrough review of Thousand Trails Solidae Canyon. Find out what I think the secret sauce of this campground is. Let's get into it. Thousand Trails Solidae Canyon is a bit isolated. It's about an hour outside of LA, about 25 minutes outside Palmdale. That having been said, it's not so isolated that there's not things around. There's an Ace Hardware and there's a town of Acton about 10-15 minutes down the road. So you do have some access to some resources, and Palmdale is only about 25 minutes. Let me show you around this campground, starting with the sites. First set of sites I want to show you is the sites in my section. One nice thing about the sites at Thousand Trails Solidae Canyon is that they are fairly long and many of them are pull-through. I'm showing you some of the larger rigs and you can see they had plenty of space lengthwise and a fair amount of space to each side. I felt like you'd have no problem with a larger rig. As we start looking at my site, you'll see that I'm 35 feet plus a Bronco and I still have plenty of room. The one thing I will say is the site was fairly narrow and my sites were fairly close to my neighbors, but I still felt like I had plenty of space. Now that you've seen the sites in my section, I want to tell you what I think part of the secret of this campground is, which is I think you want to be in the gold section. Let me show you the sites in the gold section. Flying over the gold section, you may already be able to see the difference. The sites are wider, maybe just a hair nicer. The gold section is also adjacent to the second activity center and pool, and most importantly is away from the railroad tracks. The sites are nice and large, they're 50 amp hookup, and as you can tell from the rig and the trailer, they're so long you could easily fit a big rig. I like the gold section and recommend it over the other sections. Hey, real quick, if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like and subscribe button, turn on notifications, and drop me a line in the comments. Let me know your favorite campground in the state of California. On with the video. Where I think this campground shines is the amenities. This campground has multiple pools, multiple playgrounds, and a vast area for recreation. I'm here during the winter, so the main pool appears to be closed, but let me show you around, show you the amenities, because I think this campground is pretty special that way. This is the secondary activity and pool located in the gold section. When I was there as winter and the main activity and pool area was closed for the winter. However, this pool was hot and there were always people there. The cool thing about this pool was not necessarily the size, but the views. Check out those mountains in the background. It was just lovely. And they must heat it to a decent temperature because the pool was always in use during most of my stay. The hot tub also offered spectacular views, and the water was fairly warm when I dipped my fingers in it. The playground on the upper section was small, but useful. Again, I didn't see a lot of kids using or playing, but the cool thing about this campground was the billiards room. Check this out. Those billiards tables were absolutely beautiful and in good shape. I can just see having billiards tournaments here. The secondary activity center, which is really the main activity center, was closed during the winter. You can see the drain pool behind it. It's absolutely huge. This pool is the biggest pool I've seen in any Thousand Trails park and looks like it'd be a blast to be around. Not only is it huge, there's lots of lounging areas. The mini golf, because you know I love mini golf, looked fun, although not particularly well cared for. While not a lot of obstacles, the course had some fun geometrical features that would make it challenging. This park must love basketball because there were multiple basketball courts, and I wonder how often they all get used. They also had fairly nice tennis courts that were well paved and in good shape. Again, mini courts so that you could have multiple games going on at one time, and I wonder how often all those get used. The volleyball was decent, but more importantly than the volleyball was the field itself. The field was large and looked like it'd be fun, and plenty of room for activities. The main activity center itself was very large and had an awesome camp store, with plenty of RV supplies and food and several sized bags of ice, but the room inside the activity center was massive, with plenty of room for activities, dancing, and other festivities at the campground. I could see this room getting used quite a bit during the summer, and have heard that it does. There were billiards tables and other activities, but the other cool thing was there were plenty of games and movies for the kids. This was the largest movie collection I've seen at any campground. Overall, Thousand Trails Solidae Canyon has some of the best amenities I've seen. Not only are they nice, but they're also very well cared for. Enjoying this campground tour? Think you might enjoy being a member of Thousand Trails? Or are you a member of Thousand Trails and thinking about upgrading your membership? Make sure to use my referral link in the comments to speak to a membership specialist I trust and explore the possibility of joining Thousand Trails. I camp for an average of about $10 a night thanks to my amazing Thousand Trails membership. Joining Thousand Trails is probably the best decision I've made as an RVer, and it saved me thousands of dollars. By using my exclusive referral link, we can sometimes save you hundreds of dollars off the Thousand Trails website price, plus you'll get a free no obligation consultation with a membership membership specialist I trust who will guide you to the perfect membership for you. It's a win-win situation because you support the blog and save money at the same time. Make sure to use my referral link in the comments if you want to join Thousand Trails or you're thinking about upgrading your membership, because we can often get you a discount there too. On with the video. In addition, the logistics of this campground are also fairly nice. The laundry and bathrooms appear to be in good order. Let me show you those. The main laundry had 8 washers and 8 dryers. It was powered by the CSC app or credit card. When I was there, it wasn't busy and there was plenty of open washing machines. Like most amenities in this campground, everything was clean and the laundry was fairly nice. The bathhouses themselves are plentiful and through the campground. They're updated and new, the showers were nice, and the water was hot. The bathrooms were incredibly clean, even if they weren't the most spacious. Overall, very nice amenities. So overall, what do I think of Thousand Trails Solidae Canyon? I like the campground. What I particularly liked about the campground was the amenities. There were only a few downsides. The first is the train. Yes, the train. The campground is right next to train tracks, and while I was in the Platinum section, I gotta tell you, that train was pretty annoying. It's a commuter rail from LA. It goes by all the time. It loves to honk its horn, whether it's in the morning or at night, or deep in the night when everybody's asleep. It loves to blow that train whistle and wake you up. Now, I'm a deep sleeper, so it doesn't really bother me, but if you're a light sleeper, you're probably gonna notice it. The other thing I disliked about the campground is it's about an hour from LA, so most of your tourist attractions are about an hour away. There's some local hiking, and I had a lovely time hiking the Vasquez Rocks and the poppy fields in Lancaster. There are things to do around the campground, and you're not totally isolated, but if you're coming to do LA attractions, plan on driving about an hour. This is a campground, and this is the key, where your site makes a difference. I would have loved to have been here in the summer when the main pool was open, because I think it would be absolutely lovely. This is an amenity-rich campground, and the amenities themselves are well kept up, some of the best I've seen in the Thousand Trails system. But your site absolutely makes the difference, because I think had I been in the gold section, I'd be enjoying this campground substantially more. As always, if you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button, turn on notifications, and drop me a line in the comments. Let me know your favorite Thousand Trails park in the state of California. Thanks for watching. Take care.